right, so here's problem number 1, 2073 times 56. Let's see how this went. 6 times 3 is 18. 1. 6 times 7 is 42, plus 1 is 43. 6 times 0 is 0, plus 4 is 4, and then 6 times 2 is 12. So 2073 times 6 is 12,438. And now we got 2073 times 50, or just that 5 there. We're going to put the 0. 5 times 3 is 15. Carry the 1. 5 times 7 is 35, plus 1 is 36. 5 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is 3, and then 5 times 2 is 10. Now we're going to add these together. 8 plus 0 is 8. 3 plus 5 is 8. 4 plus 6 is 10. 1 plus 2 is 3. Plus 3 is 6. 1 for a grand total of 116,088. Next step is 4,872 divided by 24. So 24 goes into 4. It doesn't go into 4 at all. So, but it goes into 48 2 times. 2 times 24 is 48. Carry down that 7. 24 does not go into 7, but I have to put the 0 saying it doesn't. And now the 2. So 24 goes into 72 3 times. So we get 0 right there. All right, so this is 1,148,148,148 divided by 37. So I could do the whole long division and get the answer, or I could think about this and think it through, because I see this 148 repeated. So if I know how many times 37 goes into 148, I can use place value, right, to understand what the answer is. So it looks like what? It goes in 4 times, right? 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 30 is 120. Yep, that's 100. That's 148. So if it goes in 4 times there, right? 4 times to get 148. How do I show 4 here? Well, I have to go 0, 0, 4, and then another 0, 0, 4. So 148,148,148 divided by 37 is 4,004,004. All right, 7,816 plus 5,436. 6 plus 6 is 12. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 3 is 5. 8 plus 4 is 12. And 1 plus 7 is 8, plus 5 is 13, for a total of 13,252. All right, so we have 201 and 134 thousandths minus 41 and 272 10,000ths, I believe is how you read that. Well, when I'm dealing with something like this, this is basically 200 minus 40, so I'm just going to write my 160 here, because I should be around that. So that's going to tell me if I did something wrong with my decimals or something like that. Remember, there's always a 0 here, so I'm going to put that there. And now we just subtract. 10 minus 2 is 8. I need to borrow again. 6, 0, 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. And then 108, that's right in there. So that should be right. 160 and 1,068 10,000ths. Alrighty here. 462 and 8/10 plus 1/5. Well, I could do a bunch of different stuff here, but I do know that 1/5 equals 2/10. And then 2/10 plus this is just going to give me 463. All right. Okay, so when we're dealing with numbers like this and we have decimal in as the dividend and one thing we can do to help things is to make an equivalent ratio, because remember, division, fractions, ratio, they're all pretty similar. So if I multiply each number by 10, I can change this problem into something a little bit more understandable, which is 16, or sorry, 157 and 6/10 divided by 16. Okay, we always want to put that decimal point up first so that we don't lose track of it. So now let's see how this goes. All right, when I look at 16 into 157, that's close to 10, right? Because that would be 160, so I think 9 is going to be the one. 9 times 6 is 54. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 5 is 14. And now I subtract. 3, 1, 0. 13 is less than 16, so I did the right math there. 136, I can't use 144. 16 less than that is what? 128. Now that works. So 8 times 6 is 48. I guess I could have just done that. 128. I had already figured that out. Now I subtract. 16 minus 8 is 8. And now I have 0 and 0. 8 is less than 16. But we can't stop there. We don't have to. And the reason we don't have to is what's here. There's a 0. So I'm going to bring that 0 right down here. So now it's how many 16s go into 80, and that would be 5. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8. And there we go. So 15 and 76 hundredths divided by 1 and 6/10, or 157 and 6/10 divided by 16 would be the same answer, and that answer is 9 and 85 hundredths. Alrighty, now we have 28 and 7/10 times 15 hundredths. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 8 is 40, plus 3 is 43. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 4 is 14. And now we come down. 1 times, oops. Oh, and this is just 1, so that's 7, 8, and 2. Adding it all together, 5, 10, 12, 13, 4. And now we can think about this. So if I have 28 of something and I'm getting less than one of it, one set, this is going to be probably, what, 4 then? Right, it wouldn't be 43, it would be 4. Another way to check that is you can count the digits to the right of the decimal in each number you're multiplying, and then move the decimal that many. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that works out 4 and 305,000. Okay, 5 over 2/10, which is 5 divided by 2/10. So you can think of it this way: 5 divided by 2/10. We know that 2/10 is the same as 1/5. So that's going to be 25. All right, we have 391 divided by 17. So how do we get 391 up there? What do we do by 10? It would be 170, 20, 340. And we have 51 to go, which is what, 3 more? That gives us 23. So at this point, how did it go? Which sections do you need to do more practice on? Did anything not make sense at all? So I guess that would be the first thing. Did anything I explained, it was just because you have no idea what I was talking about? Then we need to start there. If everything seems like, okay, I can figure that out, then we'll start figuring out where on IXL the stuff is so you can start practicing it. All right, bye.